Hayden Panettiere. Sorry I mispronounced her name the other night. I was vaguely familiar with her as an actress, but I gotta admit, like Tom Cruise or somebody, I would have actually nailed their name. And with her, I was calling her Haley. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Of course, if it was a male actor, you would remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise barely qualifies.
We had basically an exclusive the other night, just Brian Hickerson, some of his mindset over the past few years. But now with what's come out, like, that's just a small fuel to that fire. He's pretty much painted himself to be a piece of shit. His
Very brown.
His blackmail text messages, his going to her neighborhood and breaking in her house and sledgehammering her bathroom and shit.
That'll do it. Not so much the breaking into her house, but when you got a sled, like demolition her bathroom. You're crossing a line. I feel
he's earned his scrutiny, or why people would maybe be suspicious.
Greenville native.
Anyway, I got some new information today. I can't guarantee that it's credible, but it didn't seem like something someone would make up. So the gym talk is that, I'm going to barely roll it back, just barely. What's the timeline? When did the brother show up? Did he find, what's his story? The police are going to figure all that out. They're going to use surveillance footage. There's mixed reports online. The other thing is verifiable to the 911 call. You know, the person was trying to encourage them and help them do CPR. But anyway, when the EMS got there, so the story goes in the gym, and I mean, we live 6 minutes from where she died.
I was about to say, and the gym is the central hub for all credible information in Staunton, so...
This is a version of it. You know when you lean into someone's ear and you go down a line and then it comes out different on the end? But
telephone.
Basically, my buddy is an EMS, and when they got to her, she was already cold and a little bit stiff.
She was a popsicle fresh out of the freezer, dog.
The EMS absolutely knew that there was no reason for them to do CPR. She was like really dead by the time they got there.
But it just looks good when you try that extra bit.
I would try.
When you know it's a celebrity, you're automatically a part of that story, so you're automatically under the microscope. You want to leave no room for, well, why didn't you do this? Well, why didn't you say this or do this and do that? And it's like, okay, fucking, I don't care if she's a skull and bones. Do CPR.
It is technically their job, and they were called, but yeah.
I mean, they earned their discount at McDonald's. First responders. Yeah.
The latest is that she was still worth $6.5 million when she died. She may have peaked around $15 million net worth at one time. But regardless, rich, famous person.
Probably the richest person in a 20-mile radius. I think that's fair to say.
At that point, yes. Yeah. They're going to try. So the story goes, she was so cold and lifeless, they knew. I mean, you can tell. Well, anyway.
Yeah, you can just tell, especially when you thump it. It's like a melon. You just know. By the echo.
There you go. That's the exclusive. Now, if the EMS at any time took her temperature, like even after they were done trying to do some CPR, they could pretty well determine her time of death based on room temperature versus her body temperature. They say in a normal room, a deceased person's temperature drops about 1.5 degrees. Sorry. Per hour. I need a drink of water, but anyway.
Yeah. I think that's forensics. They're probably piecing together the timeline like that. But here's my take. I just think it's she went over to his place, or he came over. They both got high. This was pre-planned. She did whatever, didn't handle it, OD'd. He wigged out. I don't know if the brother was supposed to come over later that day.
Apparently his brother is a preacher of some kind. He may have had church.
Wow.
They may have had to wait till he get out of church.
You sure it's like a half-brother or something? Or foster sibling? Like this is a full-blooded brother? Man.
Full-blooded brother.
Wow. It's almost like you and your brother. By the way, happy birthday, Bill. Anyway.
That was clever what Alex did. But no one picked up on it than you, except for you.
Well, yeah. And it was a nice jacket. And anyway, not to ramble on that.
Okay.
But Yeah, I just think it was there was a moment where, like, tweaker moment where it's like, oh my God, she's fucking dead. She's fucking dead. What do we do? And really they're asking themselves, it's not an empathy, it's more like self-preservation. Like, what does this mean for us? Or are we going to get busted? Are we going to get jail time?
I've known friends that turned to drugs. I've known friends that died from drugs that we went to high school with. But
I've even dealt a few of those friends for, drugs for money.
I haven't done that.
The missed opportunity.
Basically, their go-to is to lie if they need to get out of a situation that was created by drugs. I mean,
yeah, because you don't want
average.
It's not like you're going to come out and be like it was for the drugs or because of the drugs. That would hence.
And if he provided the drugs, which he very well may have, then he's kind of in deep shit, and he knew it.
Yeah.
Although, I would think either immediately get a lawyer or just come out with it at this point, just because they're going to get pretty close to the truth. But if you could live with yourself, maybe get a lawyer. If you want to bend the truth to the max, maybe get a lawyer. But again, it wouldn't have been a first-degree murder. I don't know how many degrees there are.
At this point, I don't think he can blame Hayden Panettiere for his career being derailed. I think from here on out, it's kind of on him now.
Yeah, if you want a little more on that, check our last episode. But on how he was blaming her on that. That is a credible source. But yeah, I think he realized he was in deep shit and maybe just didn't respond as quick as you could have. Or maybe he did everything he could do. And
seriously, I think the brother came over and was just like, was it Brian? Brian, what's wrong? Dude, she's fucking dead. Are you sure? Oh my God, she is fucking dead. What do we do? What do we do? Let me think. And they're in that back and forth Breaking Bad moment of what the fuck do we actually do before they actually kind of did the right thing and call the authorities and stuff. It's just like, do we move the body? Or if we do, what's our story? Well, can we get away with it? Or if we don't move the body, what's our story then? Should we tell the truth? I just don't think it's one of these things that's too terribly deep aside from like the whole drug angle.
It's probably not that deep. The guy people have a heart for her.
Yeah.
And he had already made himself look bad. And so people want to know at that point. His brother's name is Zach Hickerson. If you're looking for a church, there's you a preacher.
Zach Hickerson.
Zach Hickerson. I think that's all we got.
All right.
Without going over what's like already all over the internet.
Rehashing what we already posted in our last episode, which you're going to check out because it'd be a great prequel to this episode if you're first listening to this. Anyway, as always, you've reached the attention bass drop.